Hello, everyone, and welcome to Havran.Digital, the home of Asteria. I'm the creator, Seth Small, and I've got another update for you regarding part 2. So, as some of you may have seen on the Patreon and on the YouTube community post I posted a couple weeks ago, the situation regarding part 2 has changed dramatically, with the timeline being sped up insanely fast. I polled the community and the Patreon, and I even asked the opinions of some of the 40K creators that I'm acquainted with what their take was on this subject. And it was overwhelming that I should grab this opportunity while I have the chance. Basically, a friend of mine informed me that someone nearby in Texas had two Arrow L29s or L9s, I can't remember which one, in a hangar. I was pretty skeptical that it would work out, but me and my buddy went to check it out to see if it would work. The man was super nice. He didn't even show up. He just allowed us onto his property to go look at the airplanes. Clearly, they were a restoration project he was working on, and he just didn't have time to do it. But before I go into further detail about that, I want to take a moment to thank all of our Patreon supporters. And if you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and click on the Patreon link in the comments down below. Or you can just do it here on YouTube with the membership subscription. Things are expensive and every little bit helps. And of course, you can always support the channel by giving a thumbs up, because the machine spirit of YouTube is super brutal. And that's sometimes the only way that people can see my videos. And that's the good old thumbs up. So go ahead and hit that, please, if you don't mind. Anyways, moving on. So we pulled up onto the property, and as you can see, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And really and honestly, to call this a hangar, it's really more of a barn built kind of like a hangar. So I guess, for all intents and purposes, it's a hangar. But me and that's my friend Cade, we walked up to the place, and the guy, just like I said, he let us go in. And I won't lie, I was pretty awed by being in there. It was really cool just to walk in and see all of this. You see, I really just don't go. I'm not around airplanes a lot, so it was really cool just to go in there and experience it. Anyways, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized that this is the thing I think that is really going to help the channel, and it's going to help us get filming faster. It's a completed cockpit. It's got that old feel to it. And it just looks, I really love the look. There's a couple things we're going to do before we actually start the filming. We're going to go in the day before, get it cleaned up, the cockpit cleaned up, add a few things to help with the futurism or the sci-fi feeling of the cockpit. But we're going to go in there, get a lighting set up, add the blue screens, make sure the characters are going to be lit properly, and all of that. We also are planning on adding some 3D printed parts, again, to give it that more sci-fi feel, like you can see right here. Basically just creating a kind of overlay to lay on to the cockpit and kind of composite a HUD. And so he will allow us to use the cockpits for a price, obviously, for 2 days. The thing is, they look great, and they look and feel authentic. And like I said, that's what gets me the most. We can get all the film equipment there, and we can 3D print those parts, like I mentioned, make them fit better into the grim, dark sci-fi world of 40K. But I won't lie when I say I'm deeply saddened that all the work I put into the cockpit in my garage, it's not going to get used, and for now it'll sit for a while, doing nothing. I'm sure I'll use it for a project here on the channel, because like I've said before, I do plan on doing some original content short films and series, but it feels bad. But what I know is that the overwhelming majority of people have told me some good advice, and I feel like this is the best move to make part 2 of Asteria move forward and even better. The guy who owns the planes is attempting to sell them, so we have to move as quickly as possible, and that has put everything into kind of a time crunch. We still have to finish the helmet and a few things for the vest of the Imperial Navy pilot, but it's very close to finished right now. It's at the finish line. Right now, I'm looking to film it sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks, 2 preferably, because like I said, we have to get in there as quickly as possible before the window of opportunity closes. I know I said it a couple weeks ago, but for sure this week I'll be posting the remaster of the Valkyrie interior, and I'll go into more details about that in that video. Again, just to reiterate, please share, like, and subscribe, because really it does go a long way to helping me out. Again, just to reiterate, please share, like, and subscribe, because it really does go a long way toward helping me out. It's been a stressful year already, and we just got started. So any kind of support feels good. Thanks for watching and supporting Asteria and Havran.Digital, and I'll see you in the next one.